How has this money inspired you?
Yes. Go on, please.
Definitely inspire others, because when I posted the things I do, few people are already saying contacting me that okay, I'll be your apprentice soon. By the time they are ready and you want to put us through, and I was like, there's no me, I have no problem, because I want to see others grow too. I know what I've passed through, so definitely I'm with you. Help others out.
Thank you.
Please, can you come forward?
What is it now?
We'll make a comment, and then we'll echo the 4 years. Chairman.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of us present in this hall in Merit House, Abuja, and all those who are watching this event across the world, across the nation Nigeria, across Africa. It is of great privilege, of great honor, to on behalf of all the dignitaries and special personalities here present, to on behalf of the Youth of the Streets Initiative, unveil this landmark phenomenal project for women and youth, Yes Fund, to eradicate poverty in Nigeria and Africa, to improve livelihoods, to improve national stability, economic development and growth, to the benefit of the nations of the world and to women and youth in particular. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Together I will pray this project. Fund yes! Fund yes! Fund yes!
Fund yes!
Let all of us say, fund yes in unison. Fund yes!
The foundation.
Thank you.
And
Put your hands together.
They will say yes. If you ask them, you discover that most of them are into makeup business. Makeup, some of them, what else? All those. The first person that will benefit from this scheme is a young girl I saw today. I went to her table and I asked her, "Bankers, are you please here? Bankers, I'm looking at you, you are not listening, you are gisting. We are talking about beneficiaries, yes. Somebody must benefit from this as the first recipient of this intervention support. And it will come with a lot of packages beyond the money she gets now. I will use my platform to trouble her governor. That's the truth. The time has come for governors to stop welcoming people who came from Big Brother in Nigeria. Somebody will make a first time, they will not recognize the person. And then you go and kiss on national TV, you come back there.
The convener of this event. This is the first time I'm seeing him. My colleague has actually given me a lot about him. It's really heartwarming that we still have a Nigerian that has the interest of the masses at heart. So I'm happy to meet you, sir. I will say that I'm a smaller version of him because I have also worked with United Nations in about 22 countries, working on development, economy, and empowering sub-Saharan Africa growing economies to ensure that we eradicate poverty. But let me be very factual here. The richest country per capita in the world today is Qatar. Very small oil-producing nation in Middle East. The size of Qatar should be of the same geographical size as that of Pakistan. And you also have very great countries in the Nordic environment. We are talking about Norway, Finland, Sweden. The greatest problem they face there is migration. People coming from sub-Saharan Africa over there looking for menial jobs. There is this thing that happened within the United Nations community. They spend billions of dollars, wrongly, as he has said earlier, through government structure to stop this migration. Why? To create economic opportunities across sub-Saharan Africa. We never had good results. Now, I'm happy that he's making tremendous progress in this environment. My speech today, as the representative of a government and also as a finance person, an investment person, I will quickly have word of advice in three forms. One, to the organization manning and championing this cause. Secondly, the beneficiaries, young men and women with skills or intending to have skills. And third, the government, which I represent, the state government and the national government. Let me start with the structure, the system. You will succeed because you already understand the niche, the value, the need to create employment opportunity, to create wealth. That is a very core need. Now, for you to succeed in doing this, you have to find a mechanism of multiplying it across sub-Saharan Africa. I'm also happy that he mentioned to us, or he has mentioned that he is already in a lot of countries around. Now, you have to look at 7 critical sects, 7 critical pivot points that will help you succeed. First, the goal setting. Wonderfully, you have done that. The goal you've set is tremendous and is very good. The next thing is the programs. Now, the world, donors in Far East Asia, in Middle East, and Nordic countries I've mentioned, Americans don't really have money. They are very stingy people. They won't spend much. But concentrate your effort in Far East Asia, Middle East. When I talk about Middle East, I'm talking about UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. Forget about the Islamic nature. They are very, very generous people. They are interested in eradicating poverty. They don't want to use government infrastructure. They want to use credible, non-governmental organization which you represent. So your programs should be more of this, and try and partner with international media. I'm talking about CNN. There are Heroes of Africa. There is a program they call Heroes of Africa where they showcase programs like this. That is what Tony Elumelu has been able to anchor. And the little things he is doing, which is smaller than what you are doing, is being anchored and propagated all around the world. So you need to partner with international media houses like CNN, BBC, and the like of them. So the program is well defined. Then the audience, the young men and women I'm seeing here, let's identify skills they need to have. Because if you give them skill, like the young lady that was lucky enough today to have that funds in carpentry, she is going to employ at least 3 people. These 3 people are coming from families. They will feed additional 3 people. You can see the value chain, the cycle of economic, the wealth creation that is going to happen there. If we are able to have 40 of these people elevated from poverty, you can see the geometric wealth creation we are going on now. So that is very key. So let's identify this raw talent, give them skills. The skills we are talking about today will be technical skills, financial management, because you can be very good at your job, but you don't know how to manage money. So you give them 1 million naira, tomorrow they are back in poverty again. So that sustainability skill is key. So financial skills, technical skill, and ability to sell and attract more market. That will grow their business from a micro level up the ladder. That's the third one. Then the first one is identification of donors. I have mentioned them. There are over 36 internationally recognized multi-billion-dollar venture capitals in the world. There are so many of them. They don't have the connect to the African continent because their experience is very bad. When I was with the United Nations, we see quite a number of NGOs. You give them funds, the monitoring and evaluation report that comes from them is zero. So tomorrow you discontinue it again, start looking for another one. So if we can have you connected with over 36 of these international donors and partners, you will have more money to do the work you are doing now. Then the structure, the organization YOTC, that's Youth Up the Street Initiative. You need to enhance your operating mechanisms so that you can operate in many places at the same time. That is very key. My colleague that spoke on technology before will be able to help you in defining an automated platform with elementary artificial intelligence that can help you to do that. Because you need a structure that is transparent, a structure that you don't.
Of Kogi State.
What is what?
Economic affairs and income.
Okay, Kogi State is currently having a GDP of about $2.6 billion as at 2022 ending, and we are trying to move the economy, build the economy, restructure it so that we should be able to hit $3.2 billion in the next 2 years.
Yeah, first we did a little research, because I work with channels and we trying to look at the investment opportunities and what is ready to now. It seems it's not adding up. It seems it's not adding up.
What is not adding up?
Economic potentials.
Okay, yeah. You see, Kogi State, as you said, is blessed with natural resources, human capital, and we have a delicate population to resources ratio, which is to our advantage, meaning that we have more resources to people. What does that mean is that ordinarily, when we are able to reach the optimal economic structure, an average individual in Kogi State should be able to smile. Kogi has about 4.9 million people, and the size of the state in terms of land mass is bigger than the whole of the southeast combined. Now, with agriculture, solid minerals, education, transportation, haulage, tourism, oil and gas, Kogi State is potentially a very rich state. But Kogi State, being a state, is not, you can't separate the state from what the national crisis is going through. Before Yabino came into the government, we don't have an effective government in place. Now, when we got into the government, what we were doing is to be able to lay a foundation, a plan, a 10-year economic plan that will enable us to exploit these natural resources by matching it with the right investment needed for it to develop. And that is what we are doing now. Right now, we are trying to secure state. Security is a key thing. Without security, no investment will come to any state. We have a relationship with the Chinese government that will deploy a statewide security surveillance architecture, that we should be able to see criminals before they do their job, and we should be able to apprehend them. And we are working with the security agencies to do that. That will give rest of mind to would-be investors that your money and your investment will be safe because there is security. That is the greatest thing we have done. Then the next thing is government-to-government business forum to attract and mobilize investment from countries where there are appetite for investment, like China, Malaysia, Singapore, India, and some of these places where foreign direct investments are known to reside. So we are having that government-to-government relationship, and in the next 2-3 years, we should be able to have a seaport in Lokoja to take advantage of River Niger and Benue and that trough all the way to Warri. We are also looking at building a cargo airport that will be able to freight our finished goods from Kogi State to the international market. So all these things takes time. Planning alone takes like 6 months to draw a feasibility study. Then bringing in the infrastructure takes more. But
make of such interventionist programs such as this happening to you?
Yeah, this is a very, very, very remarkable project. I've not seen this in Nigeria. I've been thinking, how is it that we have not known them and now we are knowing them? If we can support them, work with them, we should be able to help them reach the masses by attracting funds, the mechanism of managing the fund, and making sure that the audience, the beneficiaries, have value in the end. What do I mean by value? Money, skill, access to market, and sustainability. If you have money,
administration, it's a very big privilege for me. But perhaps it was also in order, orchestrated by God, because while he was talking, I wish I came with notes. I wish I'm thinking you're thinking so. But let it be that everything that we have heard should not pass through one ear and leave the other, through the other. Let me tell you why I said that. If you're seated here today, I want you to consider it a privilege that was ordained by God. I don't think it's happening by chance at all that you're seated here. One thing I can say for this man that God has used to call us together is certain. He's a very self-confident man. And perhaps that is why God chose him for what he's doing. Because it's not a mean feat. The number one problem that we have as a people now, today, is poverty. Incidentally, that's also the number one thing that our leaders are not doing anything.
When you have a mind shift, there is nothing you cannot do.
AI simply transferring the knowledge of human being into a machine. Machine doesn't get tired. Machine doesn't.
All right, now it's time for question, but we'll be expecting our chairman to come take a seat, but he's the one to provide answers to those questions already convened. By doing that, I want to introduce the podium. Humble legislature to just see this movement because while the convenant. Please let us have our meal. I believe the meals are ready at the eating pavilion. So in the next 15 minutes, no officials of this. Take a good photograph and then release us.
We fund it every Monday, put on the air. Instead of you to sit down and be doing it.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Just put on the air.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And it has
I want
90%
to
accuracy.
officially
I'm sure
welcome
making
you on
profit
my
in 4
own.
days and every 5 days.
What is the The only MC who does not really need to pay low and what not can do because I'm already low and lower than this is
I've been able to do that.
I know you people will not like it like that.
Because I'm telling you.
AKA Baba Abuja, why they call it Baba Abuja is the fact that Abuja is owing me, Abuja was settling.
Per capital income of people now.
AKA 102, why they call me 102 is